My name's Alyssa from Reselling Savvy, and today I'd like to talk to you about how to ship sequined items or items with extremely delicate fabric. So let's get to it. In order to package our delicate items, we're going to need a couple of supplies. You will need some plain white tissue paper and then something to wrap it in. I recommend putting the item into a clear bag and then into a poly mailer, but if you don't have multiple bags, you can put it directly into the poly mailer. I am 100% in support of being eco-friendly, so I understand not wanting to use two bags, but I need to protect my item and I don't feel comfortable sending it loose in just tissue paper in the mailer. So I always use the bags with the suffocation warnings on them, just to be safe. And I'm using a bigger bag for this item. So what I'm going to ship today is this pair of Rockin sequin bell bottoms. These are really fun, and you can see these in my sequin haul that I did on YouTube. But these are completely sequined on the front and the back, and this is a pretty big item. The first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of tissue paper and lay it along the item where I'm going to fold it. So you never want sequins to touch sequins or delicate fabric to touch delicate fabric. So I'm going to fold these pants like this so that the legs fold into each other. So I'm putting a piece of tissue along each leg. And I'm leaving a decent amount of overlap space. The leg actually stops here, so I'm leaving a good amount of space. If you want to double tissue, that's fine as well, but make sure you leave enough at the top and the bottom of your item. Then I'm going to very carefully fold it in half. So I have my item folded in half, and you can adjust your tissue paper wherever you see necessary. I'm just making sure it's not touching. And then, depending on how much tissue you have, you can fold this over. Or you can use another sheet. I'm going to fold that over, and this end looks like it could use a little bit more coverage, but this end actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to start down here on this end of the pants and start folding here. I'm keeping extra pieces of tissue close by so that they're ready for folding. I could probably do without this piece right here, but I want to be doubly safe. So I am adding that in and just readjusting this fabric as I go. I'm going to put another one down here because when this folds over, the intention is that it'll touch this, but there's a pretty good possibility it'll touch these sequins here. I realize I'm being extremely cautious, and you don't have to be this cautious, but I highly recommend it because if you're selling something this delicate, you want to protect it the best you can. So I'm just kind of adjusting this as I go and folding it. Now, when I get here, I have these ends that I kind of need to do something with. So typically I'll just fold them one way or the other. But I am going to wrap this entire bundle into another, I'll probably do 2 sheets. Again, I'm being overly cautious. So I'll just lay this in between those 2 pieces. It doesn't have to be perfect. I know some people like to wrap their packages like they're a gift. That's great. That's not really my intention here. I'm just looking for protection. If it looks pretty, that's fine by me, but I'm just trying to protect the item. And then I'm going to immediately slide it into a bag. And you can kind of reshape your item here so that it fits. Remember, all of my sequins are protected, so if I have to fold it a little bit or adjust it, it's not going to hurt it because nothing should be catching. And then I'm just going to seal it right up. And that's ready to go. I pre-package all of my inventory and put it into a tub with a specific number and letter. So this makes it easy for me when I'm shipping. I also find that if something takes a while for me to ship, I tend to dread packaging it. So if I have it ready to go, then when it sells, it's easy to send it right out the door. So this one is ready to go. I will put an inventory number on this bag and it will go into storage. I don't personally find it necessary to ship this in a box or a padded mailer once it's been protected like this, but if you feel it's necessary or if it's an extremely delicate or expensive item, go for it. Especially if it's on Poshmark, as long as the weight is under that 5 pounds, it doesn't cost you any extra to send it in a box. So go ahead and send it in a box if that's how you feel more comfortable. That's up to you. This method can be applied to all sequined or delicate items. So if it's a shirt, again, I would fold it in half long ways, making sure that you use clean white tissue paper so that if something were to get wet, it doesn't bleed and does not damage the item. Also, white tissue paper is cheaper and it's easier to come by, so that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. One thing that's important to note is you need to make sure that your surface is clean. Sequins pick up everything. Hair, fur, dust bunnies, you name it, it will pick it up. Make sure that you clean your area thoroughly before you begin this. My floors have some nicks and scratches in them. I completely cleaned this area. Not saying that it's perfect, but I cleaned this area really well before we got started. So if you're seeing any marks, those are just imperfections in my floor. So we're ready to ship. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you, and I hope that you get to use this tip on a lovely sequined sale soon. Best wishes to you. See you later.